What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a new review. This is Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is season 2, episode 11. The episode was titled A Holt Lot of Drama. So, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to the episode, shall we? All right, you guys. So the episode, it opens up where most of these reality shows so far have opened up. COVID and with these Black Lives Matter movement. So we see Maurice as he's having a black business town hall. So we see, some of the regular characters there. We see Destiny and Jbarrett there. We see Cedric there. We saw Kimmy, obviously. We saw Mason and Tisha. We saw those two there. And no Holt, no Melody Holt, no Melody, and no Martell. So we all know what's going on with those two. I will say though, this town hall that Maurice is having, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But they did mention a comeback group. I'm like, oh my God, please don't let us talk about the comeback group. I don't want to deal with the comeback group. But yeah. All in all, it was really good, listening to them talk to the people of the community that have businesses, and they just want to be a helping hand for people, small businesses, up and coming businesses. So pretty cool. But let's move on, you guys, to the mess. So I'm gonna start with Tisha and Marceau. So Tisha is, it's the pandemic, and me and Marceau, we back in our roles, I'm at home with the kids every day, and Marceau is, working, and he's just been a provider. So, and I'm also back in school as well. Girl, I just wish Tisha would just work on that. Tisha talks about her, how she talks. It's not the way you talk, it's your accent. It's really that accent. So then, Marceau comes into the kitchen, they kiss each other. And I don't know how or why they decided to bring up the Holts. Like, the Holts stay on y'all brain hum. Because, she's talking about, had you heard that Melody filed for divorce? I mean, she finally got the courage to leave Martell. Okay, we all knew that, but why did you have to bring that up in that? I mean, you talking to your husband. Why are you talking about Melody and Martell? Didn't understand that. Confused me a lot. And then, I just don't understand how Tisha is married to Marceau, to the likes of Marceau. It's just everything about him just rubs me the wrong way. So Marceau is talking about how he needs an assistant and one that I guess works out. And then, I was glad Tisha said, well, you know what? I need a manny. He was like, I'm not paying for a man to watch my kids. Well, hell, you don't want to watch your kids, so what's the difference? I mean, like, oh God, I'm Marceau. I'm not even gonna waste too much time talking about that. And then he's talking about, never mind. Because she was like, the manny wouldn't be watching the kids. He's like, well, what would the manny be doing? I guess something that you probably ain't doing. I don't know. Or maybe doing something that you should be doing. Being a little bit nicer to your wife. God, Marceau is such a... I'm not gonna go there. So then we later see Tisha and Marceau. So they are, at their business. And they're talking about the fact that, Joe Biden had just picked Kamala Harris as his running mate, who is now currently his vice president of the United States. So then Martell shows up out of the blue, and I'm like, wow, for a man that had so much issues with these people, here you are. Oh, is it because you and Melody are on the outs with each other right now? Is that why you're here, Martell? Is that why you're here? So, Martell's talking about how he wants to salvage things with them. And I'm like, salvage? Salvage? The mudslinging that y'all have done? You talking about Martell was with 20 women, had 20 girlfriends, Not Martell, Marceau talking about he had a sex tape. Well, he says he didn't say it, but Marceau saying he had the sex tape of Melody's mom, Ms. Wanda, getting involved. Oh God, Ms. Wanda. And then I saw her in the preview with that purple hair. Jesus be offense when it comes to Ms. Wanda. Why don't Tisha just tell her mama to mind her damn business? That's what I don't understand when it comes to Tisha. Tell your mama to mind her business, but I'm jumping the gun. But yeah, I mean, the Holts and the Scotts have done a lot of mudslinging, so I don't know how they can salvage anything at this point. And then at the reunion, when they were talking, when Tisha was trying to imply that Mel was trying to get with Marceau, like, I don't know how y'all can salvage anything at this point. It's too much water under that bridge. But now, because Martell was talking about how, they hurt them, and Marcel was like, well, I can say the same thing. He was like, are you talking about the 20 girls comment? And, teacher was like, yes, that almost ruined our marriage. Okay, girl. Honestly, I don't believe it was 20 girlfriends, but I do believe that there was a girlfriend. Just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot me. But I'm just saying that. Come on, the way that Marcel treats Tisha is just terrible. But let's move on. All right, so Melody is in Atlanta with her brother Marcus. She's just been down there in Atlanta for 2 weeks. She's trying to get away from the drama that is going on with she and Martell. She's also filed for divorce from Martell as well. Now, the thing with Martell was, during the middle of a pandemic, Martell was still leaving the house for hours at a time. Now, where was he going? Everything was closed at the beginning of the pandemic. So, Martell, really? Can you come up with any good excuse? Like, really? Leaving for hours in the pandemic because gyms were closed, the grocery stores were closed, everything was closing early. So if you leaving late at night, where are you going? You're going to be with that girl. Congratulations on the baby. All right, so Martell's mom comes over to the house and she asks him, is Mel still in Atlanta? He says yes, and he tells his mom that he and Mel are about to get a divorce. And, with his mama, I'm so glad that she called him out on his stuff. So, she told him, you started this. And then see, the thing in this episode that pissed me off was really Martell and the fact that Martell kept deflecting and he kept placing blame on Melody. Like, what did Mel do? He talking about, Mel wasn't taking care of him before he stepped out. And I'm glad his mama said, well, even if we do take care of you, you still find a way to step out. Thank you. Not all men cheat, but I mean, a good chunk of us can and will. The fact that he just kept sitting there just saying, mail this, mail that, mail. And it's just like, no, it's not mail, it's you. And then the thing that bothers me with Martell, because I know what Martell is trying to imply. So, Ariane, whatever her name is. So, I'm gonna ease into that in just a little bit. So we later saw Martell as he went and talked to Destiny. Now, I was looking at Destiny's interview. Look, it was kind of interesting looking. But, she and Jbarrett had moved into a new home. That house was, I'm wondering if they had just moved in because it was really, really empty. But Martell came over there and they start to catch up and he tells her, hey, once again, Mel and I are getting a divorce. And once again, he's placing blame on Mel. He's talking about Mel has a boyfriend. Well, why did Mel get a boyfriend? Because you had a girlfriend and it's time, at this time, Mel is over you and your stuff and she's ready to move on with her life. Like, I'm not understanding Martell at all. Like, not 1% of me understands any logic that Martell is coming up with. So, Destiny was actually defending, Mel. And, Martell's like, but you've been my friend longer than you've been hers. That does not have anything to do with one, does not, equal, or, one does not negate the other. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You also had an issue with your mama calling you out. Like, she's my mom, but she's sitting here defending Mel. Martell, you went outside of your marriage with this woman. Mel didn't go outside of your marriage with another man first. It was you. And even if Mel does have a boyfriend, who cares? You had been sleeping with this woman. You said you stopped sleeping with her. Then at one point now that was the thing that got me when he called that woman a peasant. Obviously she wasn't a peasant when you were sleeping with her, when you're dropping your pants and putting your penis inside of her. She wasn't a peasant then. Like that comment bothered me. And the thing with Martell is, he's talking about Mel wasn't doing certain things sexually. Dude, buy a toy. If Mel, because I think I know what he's alluding to. I feel like he's alluding to the fact that she didn't give him a blowjob. Dude, buy a toy. Just buy a toy. I don't care just buy a toy. But God, ridiculous. I'm gonna pause here and catch my breath, and then we're gonna continue to talk about the Holts. This whole episode was about the Holts. All right, you guys. So Mel, she's on her way back to Huntsville, and she calls up Destiny before she goes home and has to deal with Martell and all of his mess. So she goes over to Destiny's, and Destiny is talking about her relationship with Jbarrett. What is it with the men on this show? So you guys know, Destiny and Jbarrett just had a baby. And Destiny is talking about how, and even she said this with Martell, that when it comes to the baby, she's more hands-on than Jbarrett is. Like when the baby cries at night, she gets up and she takes care of the baby, and Jbarrett is asleep. I'm like, huh? What? Ladies in Huntsville, Alabama, bet your men. Because from what I'm seeing, the pool, from this small little pool right here, they're trash. They're trash. I'm going to give a small exception to Maurice. A small exception to Maurice. But yeah, vet your men, ladies. Vet your men out. So Mel says that, Mel tells, Destiny that she told Martell that he needs to move out of the house. And I'm in agreement with that. What I'm not in agreement with, Mel, this is to you. Why did you leave the house? Because if you leave in the house, it would, if someone, and I know you probably don't care, and most people, you shouldn't care. But from the outside looking in, if you're the one that's leaving, it looks like you did something wrong, but he didn't. So you didn't do anything wrong in this situation. For that 2 weeks that you was gone, it should have been flipped. He should have left. And then it shouldn't be no, I'm here 2 weeks and he's there 2 weeks. Nah. Get all your stuff, pack it up, and go. That's been happening since since we had with this show. Every time, Melody and Martell split up, she's the one that leaves. No, it would not work like that in my house. If you cheating on me, get out. First of all, I don't understand cheating. Now, Mel's talking about she don't want an open marriage. I'm like, Mel, your marriage has been open for a minute now. Your marriage has been open, and the fact that the girl is just bold and brazen is another statement, because that woman is very bold. Okay, so Destiny and Mel, they worked out, and once they finished working out, Mel's body, by the way, banging. Wow. So Mel, goes home, and she gets her bags out of the car, and Martell says, "You need help with that?" She's like, "No, Martell, I don't need help with that. Have you packed your stuff?" And he says, "No, I haven't packed my stuff yet." And he's wanting to flip things. So remember, I just said a few minutes ago, Mel was gone for 2 weeks, so now she's back in the house to be with the kids, and now he's supposed to pack his things and go to the other house for 2 weeks. That's just first of all, that is a little bit dysfunctional, because that's not showing. I mean, either way it goes, it's not going to be stability, but this is definitely not showing some stability to the kids. That one parent is, there for 2 weeks and the other parent is not, and then the roles flip. That's not, it's not conducive for the kids. But I don't know what would be. I really don't know what would be conducive for the kids. But I know this might not be it. Just me looking at, what they're saying. Unless like they have a house like what Candy has on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She has those two. She has the main house and the smaller house. Now if you have something like that where they're on the same property, then that's different. That can work. But if it's a house across town or something, I mean, it's interesting. So, and I also have in my notes, which we're about to wrap up the episode, this divorce is going to get messy. I don't know how Martell feels he can ask for full custody of the kids. I mean, with your cheating alone, that they would give Mel full custody of the kids. And if I was Mel, I would not want my kids around that woman. Even though she said that the kids had been around her, Mel, you better than me. I would have beat his ass and hers. His first, then hers, because the thing is, like I said, Arian, whatever her name is, she's very bold. That's the problem I have with her. That is my problem with her. I don't care if a blogger or a vlogger or whoever reaches out to you, you don't have to give a statement. You're not on this show. And even when they did reach out to you for comments on the show, you didn't talk to them. So why did you then go to the blogs and stuff? I mean, there's no way you can make yourself look. You can't redeem yourself. There's nothing you can do. But yeah, this season is gonna be interesting. I'm not looking forward to Wanda at all. God, I'm not looking forward to seeing Wanda. But you guys, this is the first review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like the video, leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification button so you guys are aware of when I drop anything else. And share this video. And into the next one, you guys do me a solid favor. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and socially distance. And also, you guys, go over to the Planner channel and subscribe to it. Link is in the bottom. All the links are down there, as well as my affiliate link. And I will see you guys in the next one. I don't know which order I'm gonna upload. I don't know if this is gonna be first or Wendy Williams is gonna be first. Either way it go, you will either see Love and Marriage Huntsville first or Wendy Williams. But I'll see you guys in the next one, which is going to be Real Housewives of Atlanta for sure. Bye, guys.